Scottie here after a beautiful little chip. Comes after a bogey, back-to-back birdies. No fanfare there.
Miss fairway didn't hurt him, did it? Still turned it into a birdie.
Can't believe how far he actually got it up the fairway there. He's certainly pretty good out of the rough also, but has spent majority of his time in the fairway this week.
So he still has that 7-shot lead. Jordan Spieth with an eagle chip coming up at the 14th.
Yeah, ruined the putt that he had on the last. Very makeable. Could be a couple better. Hubbard for birdie here on 12. Not many of these today. Over 500 yards long this hole. Take that.
Vegas having the flag out. There are lots of options available. Could have had the flag left in, could have had the flag tended. He's going au naturel here from 38 feet. It's quite slow. He's got it there. And he gave that a hit. Ooh.
What's par, you think, today then? It is 71, but now looking at these scores.
It's hard to say that 67 is par, but it's probably 67 and a half.
So if you feel you're nowhere near that.
Look, if you can drive the 14th and reach the par 5s, it makes it 4 under, doesn't it? Only 3 par 5s in the golf course.
Castillo here for his birdie. Oh, not going his way today. That slipping a little right. Needs to stay in touch. Castillo, sorry. The 6th hole here, the short par 4. And Sheffler's just hit the fairway every time. Taking driver, can't get to that bunker. Not that he's missed many. Greens number 1 ranked player in the field for fairways hit.
He hit a wild one here yesterday, way left, and hit a marvellous pitch in out from the rough over the top of a tree, and he's put the timber away.
Yeah, a little bit interesting. He's pulled out that long iron. He's just trying to find position. Pins up, tucked up front, 5 on, 9 from the right-hand side. So it's the smart play.
And that's the hang-on follow-through. Is it going a little left? Oh, no.
He got that kick back there.
Ground fade. It's tight, though.
Yeah, absolutely. But he would have had that play in his head before he got to the first tee.
Kiriyama should have got a good read on the pace of this putt. Okay, it's going to be a par 3 at 7. Vegas with work to do.
Van Rooyen on the tee. Got to navigate your way through these 2 trees out here. We'll just go over the top, going with the iron. He'll aim at those bunkers in the right-hand side. About 6 of them up the right-hand side and just hit this little power draw. It's all about finding this fairway. Another good swing from Van Rooyen. Navigated step 1 on the 6th. A lot of birdies on that hole today.
So we'll let them wander down there and concentrate on what's happening at the 9th. Sam Stevens 3rd from 70 yards. Lob wedge, low, driven with spin. Yep.
That's a fantastic shot. He played his way out of it yesterday on the second 9. Good to see him bounce back.
Plenty of chat.
Lots of chat from the world number one. Wonder what they're talking about. Is it next week's event? Is it family chat? What's Kanai here on the 12th, just throwing one up high. And the young Japanese player, he certainly has a short game you dream of.
Let's have a look at 15. One of the good par threes on this golf course, Nate Lashley. 220 yards today.
She's got that nice, short, dynamic, punchy swing. Not bad for yesterday. Spieth going with the safe option here with the putter on 14. Just coming to a standstill for him there. He's wanting more out of that. Very accessible pin, but you have to be brave off the tee. It's a little bit of work for Spieth to do there.
What a joy it must be to be playing in a 2-ball. You know, you're at the back of the field because you're leading, and the pace of play compared to the quicksand pace yesterday is just refreshing.
Chalk and cheese. As we watch Putnam here, chipping across the shoulder of the bunker there.
Little Gary Woodland action there to get that one close with a big ridge and a hump in between him and the hole.
Siwoo Kim, beautiful shot into here. This for his eagle. This is the group that is on fire on the golf course.
They must have been called up then, because he was very close, we thought, after his tee shot.
Slow up the hill here. He gave that a good wrap. Just went with the normal size putter today.
The Bjornsson with a very important putt. 11 under par. That's not challenging for big checks, but he's in a position where he wants to play next week. Go on. Good try. Good putt.
I think these greens have got at least a half a foot on them today from yesterday.
This is the speed they would have wanted on Thursday, with it getting quicker through the week to Sunday. But, you know, Mother Nature gave us 3.5 inches of rain. There's not much you can do about that.
No, and the golf course, really, they did a really, really good job to get it prepared for Thursday after a downpour on Wednesday. And then again on Friday.
Now this should come from the right, and it's quick. It straightens up a little bit at the end, but the first bit, it wants to turn. Pearson Coody. Oh, not to be.
Not as many birdies there today as yesterday. That was a good pin.
Beautiful golfing day. Fitting really for final day in Dallas. And it's a busy, busy day out there crowd-wise, particularly with two of the Dallas boys in the top 2 spots, Sheffler and Spieth. Couldn't be more ideal for the tournament.
That's perfect. You don't get to see your local sporting people all that often. A couple of times in the Dallas area they do play throughout the year. So it's good to go out and see them as we go to 17. Only 8 birdies there today, so that's not as accessible, that pin, as it has been. Sanjay M, this pin 34 back, 6 from the left, feet low on the ball, should go right to left for the Korean. Just wheeling it around right to left. Now he's inside of the green. A little pitch in here from 98. This pin is only just on. Oh, using the spin. That is fantastic there. Van Rooyen, he is making some great moves at the ball.
Yeah, he's always had a high quality swing. As we concentrate on Spieth for his birdie.
That looks more like the Spieth we know.
It's exciting. For the world of golf, it's exciting to see Spieth playing well.
It certainly is. A couple of weeks away from the PGA.
That is Vince Whaley's ball in the air on its way to the 12th hardest hole on the golf course today.
Pretty well navigated there from Whaley. I think more of the same from Scottie. Past the pin, spin it back, and these boys are putting a show on.
Seen a bit of Chandler Phillips over the last couple of weeks. His tee shot at 17, 135, gap wedge. You know, I think he thinks the line is good. Spin. That's a very good shot.
That's a great shot. That green has not spun that much this week for some unknown reason. Maybe a little bit firmer.
He thought that was on the button.
This is a little exciting. It seems like Erik Van Rooyen is kind of, if nothing else, a little mentally pushing Scottie Scheffler here to stay on his game. And of course he is.
He has owned the front nine this week, Scottie Scheffler. He's birdied all the holes. He's done that after 2 days. Every hole in the front nine.
Now it's 3 in a row.
Tee shot at 15 for Jordan Spieth. Can he get it back there? He's made a great swing. Really good pass at it. Up you come. It's going to just nurdle its way back down the slope, but another very good shot. All these are going into the confidence bank for the weeks coming up.
They sure are. Van Rooyen here to clean up for his birdie. 2 birdies on the 6th for the final group. Scottie's a long way away, but Van Rooyen doing his best to take it at him.
The hum at 17.
The ranch on 17. Yeah.
People enjoying themselves. Will McGreevy enjoy this?
.135. Just a little wedge shot, that, isn't it?
So, gap wedge for most.
This 12th green, long, narrow green. A bit of ridge right in the middle of it. Sanjay M. He's got a bit of work to do here. .56 feet for his 3rd shot. Korean just really, very rarely has a bad week. He's got one of those methodical games that turns up every week. Doesn't win a lot. This has got a fair break on it from right to left. Have to run close to the fringe there. 56 feet. Really needs to putt this off the green. This will just trundle all the way down to the hole. Needs to keep going. Greens are starting to look a little shiny, a little firmer. .174
yards, pin just over on the left-hand side, just cut over a bunker. You know, he's perfect 8-iron right now. I'd be surprised if he doesn't kind of challenge his flag stick.
It's a challenging line. Oh, just carried enough to get a little knuckle forward, and it's perfect.
A little bit fortunate, but just a game line.
Win 7 o'clock, buddy.
Fortunate. Oh, come on. When you're world #1, Gowie, you know it's all planned.
Obviously, that was on a little bit of a kicker line, but
Yeah, you do get the
strong
fringe
one, right?
kicks. Things go your way.
Yeah. You happy with that? Yeah. Okay.
Eric Van Rooyen has played like a champ today.
That's it, Boyke.
He has. I mean, again, he's pushing him.
He's 4 under with a mud ball on the first.
Yeah, he has got, and he's got such a good swing.
I agree. I completely agree.
Well, they're in agreement.
Yeah, we got that same swirl in the last one. So is that southwest? I don't think so. I'm just going to range one of these. 75s are home. Right there?
I'm looking for the high toe on the club. I'd like to see the club. Come on, get off Scotty and let's see the club. I think this is 8-beamer.
I do too. I think that's exactly what I saw as well. Just a touch shift in the winds, and Scotty hits more left to right than it is helping.
Give me back my kids!
Beautiful swing. Gosh, that's a good swing.
Another great pass. Aggressive, and now he's taking those lines with ease. Big leaders.
So it was pretty much dark when Scotty tapped in for a birdie 4 on 18, and then it was dark when he got to the fans, and he stayed there and signed everything that needed signing and did what he should do as a superstar.
He's always done that. He's been great with the kids and will stay around forever. This stuff's just part of being a professional
All
golfer.
part and parcel.
Part and parcel. Got me.
Good Lord.
But you should do this.
I think it's a given. Absolutely. There's no other way to behave other than doing what he's doing.
Yep.
It should not be remarkable.
And he had all right to go home. He's got his family at home. He lives 30 minutes up the road. Whaley here for his birdie. Not many of these today on the 12th.
No, you've got to do your bit for the fans.
Yep. Well, that little kid at the end there, the look on his face after Scotty signed that ball for him, he's the future of the golf. That is good stuff from the world #1.
Now this can be awkward because the strike, the contact here has got to be spot on. It's coming up quite a steep bit of green, and then it goes over where the hole's cut.
Lucky the hole got in the way there.
Yeah, that was on the trundle. That it wasn't easy.
Sanjay M here to clean up for his par on 12. That just hanging to the right. He won't be happy with that, but this is one of the more difficult holes on the golf course today. Playing #1 on the course, over par, 4.4. Only 4 birdies, 14 bogeys, and 5 double bogeys. There you go, Potter.
Chandler Phillips above the hole, putting back down towards the cup, a little bit from the right, but not too much at the end because it starts to nudge to the right. It's quite a difficult read for a 2. Really difficult.
Really difficult.
Great putt.
Well, he's the best from that spot. We've seen a few today. And we're starting to see more. Chandler Phillips on the leaderboards.
Spieth's second for the birdie at 15. But a well-played hole. Tuck those good swings away for bigger things coming down the road. Truist next week and then PGA.
He had his good week at Truist with a bit of confidence. Well, watch out PGA. Yeah, signature event next week. World number 1 not playing, but Masters champion McIlroy playing.
Well, Eric Van Rooyen, despite his excellent play, which is 4 birdies through the first 6 holes, he's only 1 shot better than Spieth, who's third. So his quest for second spot is far from over, even though he's playing brilliantly in the last group.
Well, Sheffler 3 under for the day, and this man 4 under for the day. So he's winning the group, not the week. Nelson here for his eagle. Got in a good spot here. He's a guy that just a solid golfer. In many places around the world. One in Australia, actually. One in WA.
Sheffler does this lining up thing from this sort of distance like he's got 3 putts from 3 different distances.
And what do you think that is? This is 8 feet.
I guess he's doing a plus and minus mental thing in his mind to work out what the line is. This doesn't do an awful lot. Brilliant too.
Brilliant. Great tee shot. Perfect speed putt.
Scottie thrilled with life.
Wallace here for a birdie to go 13 under. Good week. And you take these weeks and try to turn them into something for the following weeks.
Van Rooyen for his par. To stay 8 back to where he started. Good putt, good stroke.
You would think if I shoot 4, I might creep a little bit closer, but he's no closer.
Oh no, I think, I mean, for me, he was need to be 61, 62 to have a chance, Van Rooyen. Even then, it won't be enough.
Stevens on 10, trying to get this all the way to the hole. Not a bad result. 10 difficult hole today. 7th hardest hole on the course.
It's a very good strike for Rosner at the par 5. Round you come. Come on, ease round. Keep going. Excellent.
That's a fantastic shot. Rosner having a tough day today, so that'll get him back.
And no bunkers on this straightforward par 4, albeit pretty long, just around 500 yards. Wind almost straight down. Again, maybe just slightly pushing it from right to left.
Picks the tee up. That just means it's in the middle.
He must have amazing feel of what impact feels like, Scottie Scheffler, because that swing, there was no fighting at all in the through swing. It just went through to the finish and it was lovely.
Spieth on 16. This has gone a long way right. He's lost a couple right today. Oh, that ball sat up for him. Fortunate there. Van Rooyen going with the big one. Another good swing from the South African. And that is a long way up the left. 0 run. That'll be a beautiful angle here on the 8th.
Patton Kizzire at 17. No one's really stuffed one in here to about a foot yet. Nobody.
This might be that awkward distance. But they're all thinking that just 8-10 feet behind the hole, the ball might spin back, but it's giving up nothing.
That's going to be a little bit of cuff behind the ball that you wouldn't want. Back to the din at 17. Martin. Gap wedge. Just too far for the sand wedge. Now, has he got it hole high? This is better.
You're right, there's nobody that's stuffed it to a foot yet. 2 feet. All looking up, seeing where that wind comes from.
Sungjae at 13, just under 200 yards. Pin is tight right as you like. Very good shot. It's just in a little corner of the green there. Green within a green.
Covered by that big bunker on the front right-hand side.
Well, we know it comes from the right, and it's quick.
And this is where, if you do get a little aggressive, you could putt this off. But I don't think he'll do that.
And he's back to 7 under par. That's not going to do much for you this week. It's trying to come round for him.
He's just trying to get finished, isn't he? Let me birdie the last. I'll pack my bag up and I'll head to the next event.
It's a very well-behaved crowd, considering they're taking on board a little bit of juice. Very well-behaved.
2:30, I guess they maybe started an hour ago. We've got a few hours to go. By the time Scotty gets there, they could be a little bit ramped up.
And Martin for the 2, and that was never anywhere else. Very nice.
$1,000 towards the local charity in the mental health area. That puts it up to about 10 birdies today there.
Giving the crowd something to cheer about.
They want to see a 1. That's what they want to see. It doesn't matter who it is.
Vince Whaley's got to get quite steep on this to get into the back of the ball without catching the cuff first, and that was well done. Two lengthy par 4s in the middle of the back 9.
Van Rooyen, middle of the fairway, a little bit of an upslope. This pin 15 on and 6 from the right. You don't want to take on this bunker. You want to maybe move it left to right from 185. Has he got that shot?
That's an 8-iron. Hanging it out to the left, sadly.
Creeping its way back near the middle. He had the right club. Interesting to see Scottie Scheffler's pump one past him here, Rich.
Oh, he let it go there. And just a nice smooth swing. This is an 8-iron as well from 178. And that's the great thing about Scottie's game. He can just kind of slow down his turn through the golf ball and control the distances better than anybody in the game. Just kind of floating one of these 8-irons in here.
Here it comes. Wow. Now going in the hole to...
Such a steep, upright angle of attack into the ball. But if you notice the club head, there's no rapid turnover of the face. It's very stable.
The guys at TaylorMade who build these clubs, they reckon that it's as square as they've ever seen of any professional golfer that they've put on the simulator.
Goodness.
And Spieth, he did draw a lie. He didn't take advantage of it.
Oh, no.
Got it, George.
Have a bit of work to do there.
It wasn't that hard.
He knows what's next. That's why he's upset. Let's get to the 13th and Sung J.M. after a wonderful second. See if he can finish it off with a bold 15-footer. Oh, dear. Heartbreak. What a nonchalant tap-in. I think he thought that was in.
Yeah, displeased with that not going in. And this from downtown, close to 60, 65 feet this. Gets over this hill. Oh, that's a fantastic effort here. You don't have a lot of those length putts. And you don't practice them that much. Maybe that was in his favour as soon as they got across the edge. That's for birdie. Straight back up the hill. Oh, good week for the young man. Good week with Carl Phillips last week at the Zurich. And that's the future of golf right there.
Well, this is the group bringing the crowd around, the mobile crowd.
But here, just to clean up, that's a very, very good two-putt.
Well, Hubbard 6 under for his day, and now lying 5th on his own at 17 under. He is having a day.
It's just a long, meandering putt from left to right. I mean, I don't know, what is this guy's 35 feet-ish or so? It doesn't get any simpler than this. I mean, it's just kind of, the speed's already built into it. Just pick that line.
So this is the 8th green, and Erik van Rooyen, despite being 4 under par for this final round, hasn't closed in not even one shot on Scottie Scheffler. Could do with something out of the ordinary like this.
36 feet for the South African. You normally just take your 2 putts and walk to the next. He's played some magnificent golf through his first 8 holes. Third shot for Jordan Spieth, 8 under for today. Just a class right there, made it look easy. Yeah, back through, run it up the green.
And absolutely similar circumstances here for Scottie. I mean, it's just when you're going downhill, very little movement. You know, it just looks inviting. You kind of think to yourself, man, I can make this without any hesitation. And of course, when you're, I don't know, 800 billion under par, the hole looks a little bit bigger than it does for other guys.
You know, final 2-ball, Rich, you've seen 9 birdies through the first 7 holes. It's pretty impressive.
It's awfully impressive. You know, I knew that Eric needed to come out, and he looked great when I chatted with him about putting green, but you guys still come out and do it. And he's been seriously impressive and just pushing this man all the way along.
From 35 feet. He gave it a run. I suppose you can win the 27 under par.
I'm down the road a little here. I'm looking forward to the Spieth wedge at 17. That's coming up shortly.
Vegas to get things back on track there. Come out of the box early with a lot of birdies. Threw in a bogey there. And what has been impressive with Scottie this week is these putts. There's not been one that hasn't hit the middle of the hole. He gives them every bit of respect, like he does a 4-footer, 8-footer, 10-footer. Doesn't leave anything to chance.
Well, he's 27 under. He's putted okay.
Gone okay.
Still 27 under.
He's number 1 in greens and fairways, so he's hit more greens than anyone else too.
That's his game, isn't it, though? That's his game. Subdue the golf course with repetitive battering of fairways and greens.
And if the putter's on, you're 27 under. And Ryan here just to clean up. And doing his best to stay somewhere within reach of the world number 1. Don't know if he's in reach. Par 5 to come.
So Van Rooyen, despite his brilliance, only 1 shot ahead of Spieth and Stevens, who were at -18.
Spieth with his par here to clean up after missing the green short. He's putted those well all day. A couple of misses here and there, but you don't miss many when you're 8 under par for the day. 2 to play. Greavy here, right behind the hole, choosing the putter out of the second cut of rough here. This could be fairly quick, moving from left to right. Needs to go. Oh. Just was always that touch right.
Good day, though, for Max. 66th post 15. That's 12th tied at the minute. Nate Lashley. Pin high with the tee shot left. This is from the left. Oh, just bolted it right in the back. A couple of red numbers on the front nine. You won't appreciate that, but a lot of good stuff in there.
Whaley here on 14. Everybody's been taking a crack at this. This pin's back left. Take it across the water. Try your luck.
Come on.
Good swing.
Soft.
Coming in hot, that one. Not too difficult from there. You can just throw a club on top of that, and that'll get all the way to the hole.
Chandler Phillips.
Yeah, good couple of weeks for Phillips. Good way to finish here. Gonna nearly give this to him. Tied 12th at 15 under par. No defence for the golf course this week.
Sung Jae with driver.
This pin all the way over here. So you do have to carry the water, but they're doing that easy. 324 all the way to the pin.
That's old school TV golf. No shot tracer. You're all sitting at home going, what?
Oh. Shot tracer would have shown that starting and moving right to left. Haven't seen. On the next for here, for his par. This hole's playing a little trickier than they all expect. Only a wedge in hand. Sitting up there on a little bit of a mound. Oh, you never want to make a bogey with a wedge in your hand at this level of golf.
No, and in professional golf, you don't play that many par threes where it's a wedge.
But I'd love a short par three.
Yeah, you make the green as tricky as you like.
Yeah.
It's fun. Par 5 ninth, Scottie Scheffler going for the tight line down the left-hand side. Just right at that tree you see sticking out on his bottom line. That might run out of room.
What? Okay.
Unforced error from the world number one. Hasn't missed many fairways this week. And the ninth not being one that we think he'd miss.
Van Rooyen's got to take it over the corner, that tree sticking out, that limb, right over the top of that. So you feel from the tee box that you're taking it on. See his body's aimed left. With flush. Does not want that back.
He gave that the full tilt there, and that is perfect. And this is playing more like a par 4 today.
Here we go. Jordan at 17. An expectant crowd and a wedge in his hand.
We're all getting fooled by how far the ball is travelling on 17.
I think we talked about this yesterday. When you're in that auditorium there, you're sheltered from the wind. They can't feel the bit of air helping them.
207, Stevens on the 12th hole. 34 back this, way back. Oh, beautiful shot.
Come on, back you come. He had a sticky patch yesterday, but he's making up in this final round handsomely.
Castillo, that for eagle. That'll take him to 16 under.
Okay, it's been a busy week on the Corn Ferry Tour at the Tulum Championship down in Mexico. Stuart McDonald, Davis, Chatfield. They're around about the halfway mark, and they're both tied at -9, and one shot back are Nimmer and Tooten. It looks to be between those four. And on the Champions Tour, which is here in Texas, the Woodlands, Retief Goosen, 10 under par. The good guys just stay good, don't they? And Miguel Ángel Jiménez, as Taylor says, the most interesting man in world golf, has got a chance to win again, one behind with all those other players. Major champions in there as well. In the Charles Schwab Cup standings, the aforementioned Miguel Ángel Jiménez is the top dog. The Premier Pero, #1 spot, and that's where he intends to stay.
Let's head to 9 in Adam Schenk. Missed his last 5 cuts on the PGA Tour, but has had a top 10 week here so far.
That hurts. That really hurts. Got to birdie the par 5s ahead to 17. Spieth down the hill for a 2.
Eight under on his round to move into the top 3. And Schenk cannot take advantage of the par 5 ninth, the easiest hole in the course. Schenk remains tied for 7th.
He'll have to get going on this back 9 because Van Rooyen does not look like backing up.
Field will be set for the Truist Championship tonight, the next PGA Tour event that begins Thursday in Philadelphia. And what we're waiting on here is the Aon Swing 5. Garrick Higgo, with his recent win on the PGA Tour, has put himself in position to play next week. And then Erik van Rooyen, Michael Thorbjornsen, Rasmus Højgaard, and Sam Stevens are the other 4 right now that would be in.
43 total.
But this is a fun competition to watch because Nicholas Højgaard, Jordan Spieth, Mark Hubbard, they're all in the mix too, and they're all on the golf course.
Mark Hubbard had a great day as well.
Yeah.
Or he's having a great day. Now he's got his longest iron out here.
This is great. Yeah, perfect. Put it on that tower behind it. There you go.
Well, he's got 244, and this is the longest iron he has in his bag. He's got 3 iron. Got a little bit sizable head on it, and that'll help get this golf ball up in the air. Beautiful lie. And the tower he's talking about is about 15 feet left of that flagstick, so he's seeing nothing. But just another heroic shot, and this is on a great line. It's got to go a little bit, though, to get back there.
Phenomenal shot. Just a phenomenal shot. Yeah, you're right, Rich. Almost gets it back to hole high. Easiest eagle putt on the green coming up the hill. Here we go. I mean, that's picked so clean. Barely disturbed any sand with a club tearing through the air, and that's just wonderful.
Just one more look here. Rob, we started the day wondering if Scheffler could get to 30 under by the end of the round. That's a putt to get to 29 under at the 9th.
Yep.
Here's Van Rooyen, a fight for second.
This is from 229. Towering iron shot. Just a little left of it, I believe.
And getting better and better and better. Stripe show. Sheffler and Van Rooyen. Peak of their powers.
The Aon Swing 5 play their way into the Truist Championship on Thursday. And we've been looking at these points throughout the entirety of the day, and they've changed each time we've looked at them. Higgo, Rasmus Højgaard, Ricky Castillo, Adam Schenk, Erik van Rooyen started the day in the top 5. Van Rooyen has moved from 5th to 2nd in the projections. Thorbjornsen has moved to 3rd, Rasmus Højgaard 4th, and Sam Stevens currently 5th.
That's interesting because Stevens is 2nd at the moment, looking for anything to go in the hole. Oh, he's made another one. Tremendous effort, because he looked out of sorts yesterday after 2 65s. Day 3 was not pretty. It's pretty today.
Yeah, he is on a heater, 6 under through 12. Spieth is 8 under through 17.
There's bunkers over there. He missed those, but he missed the fairway as well.
Just one more fairway, and you could just miss every fairway the next 3 days.
You don't have to hit a fairway on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, he says. Just hit this one. Kiriyama.
Nice way to start the back 9. Kurt Kiriyama 3 under par for the round. So he's 17 under.
Nico Echeverria is at 11.
Oh, now that was delicate. And that was excellent. That was brilliant. Utterly brilliant. I've seen better celebrations. What a chip shot that was.
He was in shock. He's now 13 under. You know, for all of the issues that Sam Stevens was battling on the back 9 yesterday, 3 straight bogeys to start his back 9. He was 6 back to start the day. Now he's 8 back just here in the final round. So he's put himself back into that position he was in second position. See if Spieth can get maybe one more at the last, and that fight for second will continue. And this man playing his own golf tournament. Rich, it's just wild that it's been 14 years since somebody had an 8-shot lead going into the final round of a PGA Tour event. That was Rory McIlroy at the U.S. Open. And it's been 7 years since somebody won by 8. Michael Kim did that at the John Deere Classic in 2018.
And it's even more interesting that if Scottie makes this, and his fellow competitor Eric Van Rooyen has a putt for 30 and will gain 0 strokes on the leader. I mean, how do you comprehend that? I mean, Scottie Scheffler's got this putt for a 30. You're having an 8-stroke lead, and you know it's what dreams are made of. You come out here and it's just easy. And it's fun to watch him because he doesn't look like it's labored whatsoever. It's just he's letting it come to him. And sometimes we fight that as golfers. Sometimes we kind of start out thinking ourselves a little bit. Like golf shouldn't be this easy. And it's not. But it is this week for this guy, and it's so fun to watch.
For a 30. That is a 30.
I was being aggressive in my 30 under call at the start of the day. He's 29 under.
That 30 included one of the worst bogeys I've ever seen him make.
Yep.
On the 3rd hole. I mean, Rich and you were talking about it.
Yeah.
The shocking second shot at the 3rd, a chip. But ever since then, it was like, okay, enough of this.
Yeah, the memorable shot he hit into 4 to make the 2 on a difficult par 3 after the mistake is where he is mentally. He doesn't have to filter out much bad stuff because there's hardly anything in there that's against having a really good performance or a really good round. He's just playing that well this week, Scottie Scheffler, and it's continued from day 1.
Yesterday, everybody was wearing green for mental health awareness. I think all the players should have come out today wearing white shirts as kind of a sign of like, okay, we give
surrender.
We surrender.
Yeah.
Kind of surrender type mode, because this is this is some of the most impressive stuff I've ever seen, ever been a part of. This is crazy good.
This for a half in eagles. Inside right.
Boy, this is fun. These two guys are putting on a show today. That, too, is a 30. Made a brilliant par save at the first.
Yeah, we talked about the confidence you get if you could do something wrong and you save yourself. Van Rooyen did. After that, he has not looked back.
Love seeing this view.
Half in 3. I'll raise you, I'll see you. You know, Sheffler has played the front 9, leading by 8 in 6 under par, and Van Rooyen, although he hasn't closed, you would think would be further back. He's kept the gap 8 shots, which is brilliant on his behalf.
Scottie shot 29 on the first side on Thursday, 30 on Friday. Just a measly 33 yesterday, and now a 30 again today. 22 under on the first 9 this week.
Yeah, he's completely owned it.
All right, what's the record? 35 under par, so he's 6 back of that. Let's watch it. Let's have him shoot 29, 59 today, 29 in total. Sorry, yeah, 36 in total, and get the record.
No, placing for 3 days doesn't get a record. That's another pile driver, finding the center of the fairway.
Well, that's what Rich is talking about. Matsuyama 35 under at the Century. That was on a par 73. Phillips just a few weeks ago in Puerto Rico, and Straka out in the desert of California at the American Express. This is second best in relation to par in 2025, but the most dominant performance of the year.
This is going to be frustrating. He's hitting second after shooting 30 on that front 9. I mean, Eric's like, what can I do? Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing. Collect that second place check.
Up, all right.
He's played so well. We haven't seen any stray shots from Van Rooyen. He's been impressive.
The #1 ranked player in the game has showed you why in his hometown this week on the PGA Tour. Sheffler is a 13-time PGA Tour winner. This will be number 14. Fight for second continues at the 13th. Sam Stevens now is 2 behind second. Good round of golf going. 6 under through 12 today.
23 yards here from Stevens.
And that is in the bunker to the right at 13. Now we go to the hole called the Ranch.
A fun little hole this. Surely someone can make a 1 today. Only 135 yards. Pin stuck on the left-hand side. Oh, he won't be happy with that. That is a big fat pull left. And Scheffler just taking it all in. It's just a stroll. It's a game with his mates on a Tuesday afternoon.
Well, Rich said it. This is one of the most impressive performances we've seen in recent memory on the PGA Tour. Vegas started like gangbusters today, birding the first 2 holes, still 2 under on his round, but that could change in a moment at 11.
Yeah, hanging tough and coming out of the deep rough. He's a big, strong, burly player. Kitayama here. He's seen that he can just take dead aim here. This pin is on 18-4 from the left. With a 9-iron in hand. They're two impressive shots right there.
Two great shots in there at 11. Watching Kitayama and Vegas in this fight for in what some would say is the mortal field. Great day for Jordan Spieth, another local guy like Scottie Scheffler. Spieth currently in 4th. He's 8 under on his round. Head cover off at the last.
Just taking a rip from 238. He can get there, just needs to get over the... Oh, he does. Just gets over the water there. The club shut down. That will be a tough bunker shot. Massive ridge in the middle of this green.
Whoever's cooler is this. You got a 1 12 blank.
Let's see, where is it? Is it in that?
Yeah, they need to probably go 5 to 10 yards. Yeah, carp is good.
How about that? One hops it into a cooler over there on the right-hand side.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, nothing like quenching your thirst out here to the right of 10 fairway.
Put a tee in the ground, take out the ball.
Now, what's in the cooler?
Yeah.
I know what would be in Rich Beam's
You gotta
cooler.
go over there when you're done.
Oh, you better believe it.
Very similar to my cooler.
No, I give it to get the other rolling.
Could he got a bit of
No, I'm
break,
gonna walk over.
bit of a break here, Beamer, with this rough being trodden down?
Absolutely. A lot of spectators over there, looking, finding some shade. And so he's probably going to try a gorgeous lie from 207.
Thank you.
And where this pin's cut today, 27 on and 5 from the right, he can come straight up this green.
Thank you.
Looks like Scottie's in one of those seams.
And then you get one 4 blank from that. Yeah, because that seems right there. So follow through. Yeah, 1 club line.
But first it'll be Van Rooyen.
And nothing in front of him, and a clear view of this flagstick, just kind of back center. So probably land something about, a third of the way out on the green. I would imagine this thing is going to, once it hits the deck on the green, it's going to chase out just a little bit for him.
Just turning that club face over that little bit, getting a lot out of that. An 8-iron went a long, long way.
Sam Stevens bunkered at 13.
He's going to have to put a little bit of speed on this to get some spin. Oh, it just gets the bit of the downslope and no spin. Bad combination that. Going along nicely today, Stevens, after a rough day yesterday.
Good pulling's going 60, so want to be just a little further. Okay. Come down on it. Come down on it.
He's got 165. This is a 9-iron. Got a little bit of relief from, again, one of those sod seams. So perfect lie, slightly upslope, just a fraction downwind.
Like he quite often does. Stayed away from the pin there, kept the ball under the hole. We go to Spieth on 18. Maybe a 56. Going to try to land this up on top of the ridge. Gets a little bit of a check. Tough shot that. Good 35, 36 yards. Crowds have been fantastic this week to see Spieth.
Yeah, and the
Sheffler.
last day, the temperature's just optimal in the mid-70s. Vince Whaley at 16.
Just trying to take those bunkers and move it left to right. Fairway sits back at you. Oh, a bit of a fortunate break there. That ball sitting up.
To the party hole, the ranch at TPC Craig Ranch, the enclosed par 3 17th. Takumi Kanaya.
Kanaya good with his wedges. Expect this close. Oh, no. That's his bad one. His coach Gareth Jones back there at Glenelg in South Australia and teaches a lot of the Japanese players out of the amateur program.
Back to 16, Sung J M.
Straight at those bunkers. Up the left-hand side, if I may. Doesn't miss a lot of fairways. But he misses this one. Camber's left to right this fairway. It is a bit difficult. You've got to really try to turn it right to left.
Cameron Champ next at 17.
135. This is only a flick with a little sand on for him. He's posing. Oh, needs to hold up. It's got the false front. Oh, which it does. I haven't seen anybody stuff it in there close today.
Champ is 13 under currently. Siwoo Kim is 14 under. Bunkered here at the last.
A lot of green to work with here off the upslope. This should land all the way to the pin, which it does. Good grouping these days, today in the final day, 4 days in a row.
That is for 66. Siwoo can make that. He'll get to 15 under. Up and down day for Sung Jae.
Yeah, a little bit of an up and down sort of year. One of the ambassadors for the CJ group. A Korean bunch of players. These are going to be the backbone of the international team for the President's Cup. That Jeff Ogilvy has now been named captain, which will be played at Medina, which OCM, the group that he's part of, the design group, have redesigned.
We'll get back there in a moment. Let's go to Eric Van Rooyen at 10.
His putt pretty flat down here. This is a difficult hole, 10, all week. They'll all take par there.
And now Sam Stevens.
Come out of the bunker to this point, hoping for this to move right to left to keep it all going. He did a lot of that yesterday on the back nine, running the edges.
And fall down to 18 under. Johnny Vegas now 3 under on his round.
He's hanging tough today. After a start, beating 2 out of the first 3. A little flat after that.
Sheffler 6 under 30 going out today. 29 under. This to get to 30 with 8 holes to go.
Oh, he's held nothing from this distance all week, so he's just about due. Moving from his left to right. It's going to run out of speed. He's protecting his lead there. That wasn't very game at all from the world number 1.
Look at all those people that have come out in this beautiful late spring day just north of Dallas to watch this historic performance by one of their own. Scottie was born in New Jersey, but his parents moved to the Dallas area when he was little. His mom working in this community, his dad staying home to raise the family. They're a constant with him and his wife Meredith on the golf course. You know they will be celebrating tonight.
Tapping par. Scottie Scheffler. 6 under for the day.
Siwoo Kim just to clean up here. This is for 66. Another good week by the Dallas resident. It's a top, at least at the moment, he's tied for 14th.
Yeah, good week a couple of weeks ago at the RBC Heritage. As we go to Whaley here, he's just got to drop the club on this. There's going to be 0 spin on it. Moving hard right to left. Gave it a little stab there. Online.
And 18, Jordan Spieth. This is for a 62.
Get in the hole!
He held a good one last night to finish off. Can he do it again? Well, can he?
What a day. Spieth alone in third. Another chest bump from Siwoo after 4 straight days of those guys playing together.
Oh, that's fantastic. They love playing golf together.
And they'll both head to the Philly Cricket Club to play in the Truist Championship on Thursday. And then in 11 days, Jordan Spieth will go to the PGA Championship in Charlotte, North Carolina, trying to complete the career Grand Slam.
Well, he's playing his way into form. A little 9 under today. He putted way better, and that, I must say, that putt that he hit on 18 yesterday, or the 9th, I should say, it was his 18th. I think that was big. He started to see the hole again and connect with it as we go to Sanjay M here for his birdie on 16. So I just don't think we're all looking at technique. I don't know if it was just technique. I just didn't think he was connected to the hole. He was seeing the lines. But now he does. Who knows?
Meanwhile, back to the man playing his own tournament.
Driver, he'll just pump this up the left-hand side. Oh, this one's headed right. He got a few of the rights yesterday and started to roll his wrist over even quicker, and it straightened it up. So I guess until he hits a couple of those, he won't straighten it up until then.
So much fun to look at what's in front of us here in the 2025 golf calendar. After Rory McIlroy won the Masters, we're all wondering what he does next. And will Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy have some sort of duel in a big event? Scottie is not playing next week. Rory is. But then, of course, they're both playing in the United States PGA Championship. Van Rooyen also 6 under on his round today.
What must he be thinking? He had a good interview off the first tee and just said, I'm going to go try to birdie every hole I can and do my thing. And if you shoot 6 under the front 9, you're probably thinking, I got to get it 1 or 2 closer.
Nope.
Not even a chance. And Scottie threw a bogey in there.
One thing to think about with Scottie is he's only won the Masters, 2 Masters titles. There's a lot more majors he would like to collect in the future. Sheffler at 29 under par. Sam Stevens is 5 under on his round today. At the drivable par 4 14th.
Everyone taking aim at this. Pin back left. It's all about the bounce. Oh, he gets a good one.
Spectacular.
Yeah, beautiful. A good eagle chance there. Stevens.
Sam Burns coming up the last
Yeah, this guy has changed his game a little bit. Now getting the ball to go right to left, going in with, I would guess he's 5-wood here. Trying to get it all the way back to this pin, and he sure does. Oh, that is fantastic there. 9 and 18, playing more like long par 4s today.
Look at all those people that want a part of history to see one of the best performances on the PGA Tour in recent memory.
You're better at the stats than me in following Scottie's career, and you talk about other majors. The only thing I look at, Scottie, is very suits Augusta National. We know that. When he gets the Royal Port Rush, is there has he got the shots that are required around a golf course like that? I know McIlroy has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, last year it didn't feel like he was ever comfortable at Royal Troon, and he still finished in the top 10. I don't know that that is his preferred kind of golf. I think that's a great question, Paul. As we watch Whaley here at 17. A nice shot by Vince Whaley at the par 3 17th. Whaley 14 under for the tournament. Currently tied for 21st. Playing with Sungjae Im. Sungjae has lost some spots today. Even par on his round through 16 holes. Everyone in the top 30 is under par today.
Well, the golf course was there to be manhandled. And it is being that the golf course has firmed up a little, but not enough. Takes it outside, drops it in a little bit. Waiting for that to go right to left. Good distance.
Well, Jordan Spieth had quite the day. 62 today. Our host broadcaster, CBS Sports' Amanda Balionis is standing by with Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, Jordan, your lowest round of the season. In fact, your lowest round since 2021. So we're going to jump right into your highlights, and you're going to tell us everything that went well today, because seemingly it was everything. So we'll start you off on the tee on 4.
Yeah, this is a nice hold 4-iron, and it obviously pitched in the right spot to roll up to pin high. You're just trying to hit it at that tower, and this was nice. It got me to 2 under through 4. That's where you feel like you're maybe one ahead of the field at that point. And you're just, today's a day where you're just trying to go low.
It felt like you found something with that eagle on your last hole yesterday on the greens. What did you find?
Not much, other than the hole actually looked like there was a hole there, which was nice for a change this week. So yeah, I made the putt on 4 and 5, and then all of a sudden it looked better. And then this was a 9-iron on 11. It's kind of back in a bowl. If you hit it towards it, it's going to be pretty close. And that fed down there nicely, and Siwoo's ball was even closer, and he let me know about it. But we had a great time over the 4 days. I'd play with him any day.
And then this on 12.
Yeah, I just had to land it in that fringe there, and then a bonus for it to obviously go in. But I hit my spot, and at that point now I'm starting to think, where can we take this? And this was a nice one to add on at the end. I obviously didn't play the 18th the way I wanted to, and still stole a 4 away. So it was a good round. I had 10 on my mind to start the day, which is just, you always think that when you're this far back. And
sure.
We'll see if it holds up. Do you think it'll hold up? No?
I mean, it's holding up for now, so maybe we'll just go with that. This, in 2 weeks, it's going to be your 9th attempt to complete the career Grand Slam. It's going to be at the place where you first attempted it, at Quail Hollow. I have to wonder, when you just saw Rory McIlroy complete the career Grand Slam, does that kind of remind you, like, this is very much possible and in my wheelhouse, especially with how you're playing right now?
Well, and maybe not only did he complete it, but the time it took to complete it.
That's right.
And then, it was obviously a very challenging week for him.
Yeah.
It was harder than anybody maybe ever trying to win a Masters. Yeah. And, to be that far from his most recent major as well, and then to go do it, it was very inspiring. And, Quail Hollow, it's a Bermuda golf course, which I love. I grew up on Bermuda. You got to play really fast greens. And, you know, my ball striking's coming around at a really nice time. I felt like I've just been progressing each week since the surgery, and so hopefully I can have a good week next week and, you know, maybe go to the PGA and see if I can keep up with this guy, but that's been hard to do.
Well, it was fun to watch today, Jordan, and we'll see you next week in
Thanks,
Philly.
Amanda. Appreciate it.
Andrew?
What a great line at the end of that interview. If I could keep up with this guy who's just knocking flag sticks down.
Incredible. He's watching that, and Sheffler just coming out of the right rough there. Picked the right club at the right time.
I think other places would be easier, but I also think that if you get this thing going online, it can kind of fall out. It's not the end of the world. It's not a great spot, though. Clear and committed on what you want.
I like that at the end. Clear and committed before you hit the shot. I think that applies to everybody that plays the game. Has to keep it low.
Pulled out a smidge.
Still got a bit of room to work with there.
Rob, let's go back to what we were talking about. As we watched Sung J M, Jordan Spieth, this will be his 9th attempt at completing the career Grand Slam when he gets to Quail Hollow in 2 weeks. Trying to win the PGA Championship.
Well, he won very early and very quickly, didn't he? So there has been a large hiatus, but we talked about him looking for a crumb of form. Well, you know, he's found it this week. And he's a guy that lives on his nerves, on his edge, and when he feels like he's on the surfboard, he can go. So I'm so excited that Jordan Spieth is back in a conversation where you might think who could win this week.
In your home country, he won the Open at Royal Birkdale 8 years ago for the 3rd leg of the Grand Slams, and he still needs that PGA Championship. He talked about Quail Hollow and going there and the surface that they play on. He does not have a lot of history there because he is so committed to this area. He plays this tournament each year, which is right near his house. And he then plays a few weeks from now in Fort Worth at the Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial. So traditionally, he does not go to Quail Hollow. He only has played there 3 times in that tournament. And he played the President's Cup and did incredibly well in that at Quail Hollow a few years ago, but only has 4 career starts there.
But it's great that he's a Dallas boy and he gives back.
Go to 11 now. Eric Van Rooyen coming up short. Great recovery shot there. That to remain 6 under on his round. Paul was just saying a moment ago, you'd think if you're 6 under on the round, you gain a little bit of ground, but not to be.
Burns here. Oh, that's a fantastic finish. That for an eagle and a 65. And there's one player who's really gained some momentum this year. Changed a bit of his golf swing. Now moving the ball right to left.
Sam often stays on the road with Scottie. Their wives, Meredith and Caroline, are very close friends. They both have young children.
This was some shot that he hit from the rough. He's got a way of almost from a gougey lie, just shunting it forward and shunting it on line and stopping that toe from turning over. It's an incredible thing.
I actually just don't know how he does that.
Inside left edge. Yep, just about.
30 under par.
That was my number.
Would you like to change that now?
I would. I'd like to go north of that now. He doesn't look like he's doing exactly what I wanted him to do and not back off and not sort of hang around and just dribble over the line as the winner because he had an 8-shot win. To really be demonstrative and pummel the field.
It has been 10 years since anyone on the PGA Tour won by 9. Jimmy Walker doing that at the Sony Open in Hawaii.
You know, going back to that Spieth thing where he's got a chance to be a career Grand Slam owner of one of those spots. His first 3 majors are all different. so he would do it in 4. His 4th major win would be the 4th different major. He does it in 4. And I'm pretty sure, I'd have to check it again, and I'm pretty sure Woods tick him off for that, and Gary Player tick him off for that. Their first 4 major wins were all different majors.
Tiger for sure, yes.
Be happy with Tiger. I'm pretty happy with Gary Player too. So although it's unbelievably rare, it's been done before.
Some fairly good names to follow right there.
Yeah.
Hubbard here for his birdie on 18. That's a nice way to finish. Good day for him.
Burns and Hubbard both shooting 65 today, and they're currently tied for 5th.
Stevens here, this for eagle. Beautiful tee shot. Oh, he's just slapped the club down on top of that. Can he do it? What a good comeback from this young man today.
Well, what a good performance from him, Hubbard, and the guys that are looking for one of those spots next week.
A lot to play for. There's a lot to play for every week. But just to change your schedule. And Roy for birdie here. Not many of those today on 16.
Just to finish that thought about playing for next week, Sam Stevens is out of the top 5 right now. So he needs to keep it going, even though he's tied for 3rd.
So he was in the top 5, tied for 3rd, and now he's out.
Spieth
doesn't seem doable.
Van Rooyen, Spieth, or Bjornsson, Højgaard. We'll see if that last birdie has been tabulated yet.
Okay.
Scottie here on 12. Just trying to find the fairway.
Right down the pipe, Scottie.
He missed it right yesterday. Right today. And that's gone down deep. But when I say deep, he still gets bat the ball every time.
Deep means steep, and he can do that.
He's got steep on him. Doesn't seem too fussed. Our leader at 30 under par.
Well, now that we have a South African on the tee, you are correct, Rob.
Yep.
Gary Player.
The first 4 were all different majors.
That is correct.
Yeah. So Spieth has a chance to join Woods and Player.
It's a good fairway to hit a little bit of a right to lefty here. He's aimed a little bit more up the left and trying to bring this back to the middle of the fairway. I think he's kept Sheffler on task today. Some exceptional ball striking. Yet another one.
And Taylor, the other side of that is that Hogan and Sarazen, their last major was the one that got them the career Grand Slam.
Of course, Hogan only played the Open 1 time at Carnoustie and won it.
Kanai here for his birdie. Good week. Tied 5th at the moment. Slip a little further up that leaderboard.
Now, Sung Jae in the rough back at 18.
We'll have to get all of this to get it over the water. Maybe headed towards the right bunker. Yeah, plenty of room to move there.
I've got a feeling that green might move back down towards the water. I've got to think that's going to happen. Depends what you're building a course for. Are you building it for pros or are you building it for a membership? You know, it's 2 very different things.
Can you do both?
Yeah, you can. You just put the tees up, but
We've done an exceptional job of that in Quail Hollow. Some of the changes that have been made there in recent years. If you enjoy a 6,500-yard golf course, it has all you want. If you enjoy a major championship from over 1,000 yards longer, just as you say, Rob, play the correct set of tees. Here's Whaley coming in here at 18.
Getting some backspin on those wedges. Get it right into your number. And he certainly did that. It shows there's a little bit of softness left in these greens. A couple of days of sunlight has dried them out a little bit, but not enough.
It's always nice when you're playing professional golf to birdie the last, because you're always jumping over 1 or 10 guys, and you're always making a little bit more points, more cash.
Now Sam Stevens at the par 3 15th.
220 yards, big yards. Oh.
Stay in the air.
Be the right strike.
It's been tabulated. He's now number 4 in the Aon Swings 5. So as of this moment, Sam would be in Philadelphia on Thursday on the PGA Tour. You'd think he would need maybe 1, 2 more to secure his spot.
It's a great name for a golf course, Philadelphia Cricket Club. Unbelievable, isn't it?
I believe that far north in North America, they do play a bit of cricket.
Yeah, and there's a Welsh element to being a Philadelphian as well. You get out near Merion, you go out there. There's a lot of Welsh names and nameplates and roads and stuff. It's quite interesting.
Bit being the appropriate word to use there. Just a bit.
There's enough.
Yeah.
There's enough. There's an oval with a pitch, and they all wear white. The conversation here is how this ball's going to come out. Whether he can get enough on it.
Well, we've seen him when he's rarely missed a fairway, get himself out of some horrid lies.
What is it? What's that creek's name across there?
It's called
Howlett?
the Rowlett Creek.
Rowlett Creek. Well, he's got to get across that first and foremost. Maybe that's the discussion here.
Well, this is going to be the ultimate test for the steep angle of attack, because that lie looks horrendous.
It is brutal. It's got 160 to carry that creek, but I didn't suspect he was going to try it.
Scottie out with the wedge. Just advance it to a number. It's always hard as a tour pro, just laying up on a par 4.
It was fun 25 years ago to watch Tiger do that, but he also paid the price with the amount of procedures he's had to have through the years too.
He's not had the best of luck body-wise, has he? Still battling with it.
We sure do miss him. I
Yes,
hope Achilles heals and we get to see him play some competitive golf again. Van Rooyen 2 clear of 3rd.
This pin way back up in the left-hand side. He'll run this up the middle of the green with a draw. The hole that's 504. Something like an 8-iron, and that is a beauty right there.
Erik van Rooyen has been outstanding today. He's just playing with a historic performance by Scottie Scheffler. .62 by Jordan Spieth today. There were some 64s out there this morning. Matt McCarty and Chris Gotterup This is Will Gordon at 17.
Not an easy putt from where he was. Little unlucky, didn't need much more. Breathe on it, it would have gone in.
JM, third shot here, lots of green. Ball probably sitting down a little bit. Just going to make sure he keeps the speed up with his club head. Nice spin on it. That'll run all the way down. Pretty good. It's back in the pack today. Nothing special from him.
Yeah, even par on his round, 11 under in total. Now Scheffler, third shot.
Going with you to the left. From the left.
I was thinking 25, but if it's helping a touch, it's probably like 22.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think the 22 is the number.
22?
With this club, he can take this right at it. Had lots going on with it there on the follow through. How does that happen? That had every right to be left and ugly.
But if you've been watching him from the ball back to the ball, it's the same every time. The finishes though, and his feel of what the impact was, a myriad of choices.
It's really remarkable.
In for birdie on 18. Nice way to finish for the Korean. Solid week, tied 32nd. 12 under doesn't get you much.
Sam Stevens now up the ridge at 15.
Beautiful touch. Really good to get that stone dead from down there. That was a long, long putt. Pin on 25, a 75-footer.
And then we go back to 17 here. Kevin Roy.
Right to left. And needs to be careful. It was a nice attempt. Very good putt.
15 under was tied for second to start the day. It's now tied for 12th.
It's well attended. How many people are here?
Sun-splashed weekend just outside of Dallas, just north of the city in McKinney.
Glorious little second shot here. Not much left here. Just I think this is moving just a fraction right to left, kind of more across the green. You're right, then behind the green here, the grandstands are absolutely jam-packed. Wonderfully attended event on this glorious Sunday. May the 4th be with you as well. There you go.
Not keeping the speed up there. Break taking it away. Be a little bit disappointed walking to the next tee. Could have stolen one there.
I bet tomorrow is fun at Beamer's house. Cinco de Mayo.
It's always fun at Beamer's house. Every day is Cinco de Mayo.
But it's especially fun mañana. It'll be festive. Got actually both kids back home from college on break, and mom's happy, so we're going to enjoy it. We've just got everything completed at our new house.
The new ranch.
So, the new ranch, exactly. So it's going to be a It's gonna be fun seeing the kids and hanging out for 24 hours or so.
Talk a little bit about this performance.
Amazing up and down. Even when he got in trouble and he looked to be compromised after a wayward tee shot, the gouge and then the one-handed finish with the wedge to 5 feet and in.
It's beautiful to watch. It's not that modern golf day swing that we see with all the young players. And keep in mind, he's only 28 years of age. He's got a lot of golf left in him. If his body stays good, there's a lot of golf left.
So much fun for the game. Right after you have this historic, memorable Masters with the uber popular Rory McIlroy, #1 player in the world, says, I'm back.
Maybe they're avoiding each other because Rory plays next week and Scottie doesn't. See you at Quail Hollow. You lucky boy, you're going to be there.
Should we put them together, you think, on Thursday and Friday?
I think I don't like contrived things. No,
yes.
I don't like that.
Beamer says yes and put me with them.
Yeah, but Beamer's Beamer. I don't like contrived things. They'll be together at the Ryder Cup #1 match in the singles. Rory and Scottie. Put a date in your diary.
I'd play with him. Put me with him the first 2 rounds.
He'll sort him out.
Rich has changed his mind, and now we'll play in the 2025
That's exactly right.
PGA Championship.
You put me that pairing. You put me with those 2 boys. You better believe I'm going to tee it up.
Oh, I'd fly across to watch that.
Just nothing in the air right now. I just full flow right here. Let's birdie them all coming home, Scotty. Let's do this thing.
That's right.
That is right. That is not going to even sniff the fairway. Ooh, that might have sniffed a spectator. That might leave a mark.
2 long par 4s, 12 and 13, 504 and 507.
Yeah, they're nothing to sniff at. I mean, the first things first, you got to find the fairway on both of them, Rob. You can't afford to miss a fairway and really expect to have a really good outcome without working at it like Scotty did last hole. Saw the same thing with Sam Stevens yesterday in the back 9. He started missing fairways, and all of a sudden, he started losing strokes to the field in a hurry. And he's got plenty of power right here. Eric, just there's bunker right there in the center. Just take it right at it and just turn it loose. That's wandering a little bit left.
No, that's absolutely fine. Turned it over more than he would have wanted to, but playing from the shortcut.
Great day for Dallas, Texas's Jordan Spieth in his hometown. He shot 62. He's tied for 3rd. Continue to watch this race to get into the Truist Championship. Rasmus Højgaard is 5 over on his round today and has fallen down to 8 under par, and he currently occupies the last spot in the Aon Swing 5. If he makes another bogey, Nikolai Højgaard jumps him and goes to Philly instead.
He'll drop. That's amazing.
Oh.
Still waiting for somebody to stiff it here. That's about as good as we've seen.
Yeah, not many. That is as good as we've seen, I think. What would the conversation the Højgaards be tonight if it does switch itself over? I'm happy for you. No, I'm not happy.
Oh, Rasmus he can have no complaints. He's. Ooh, I nearly used a bad phrase there. He's made a mess of it.
Great save.
Patrick Rodgers then. Always nice in the par 3, see the guy in front of you. Hit the club you think he should do and get it close. Very good, very good. Two of the best.
Best all day, that group. Only looking at 12 birdies there. A lot different to yesterday. 30-odd birdies as we go to Will Gordon. Third shot into the 18th. Pin back 19 up on the back level.
Watching Will Gordon here play the par 5 18th, Paul.
Just on a little bit of an upslope here. He's got to guard against this spinning way too much. You'll have to get it past the pin. Not that pretty with a little wedge in your hand or even a sand iron.
Gordon currently in a tie for 5th.
Danny Walker with a very makeable putt for a DOS at the 17th. It's just speedy. Wherever you're coming at this hole, from wherever you are, it's speedy. This doesn't break very much, hardly at all. Looking for a 2-4 finish. Well done, well done. Excellent. Very good. 71 holes completed, one more birdie, be worth a lot.
You probably didn't do this, but did you ever look on the following day what one shot would have made you?
I knew that on the plane.
I used to
Every
open up
single
the paper.
time.
I thought I was the only person that did that for a lot of years until I started asking tour professionals, do you look, if you bogey the last or you didn't make a birdie? And they go, yeah, no, I'd do that. But you'd forget about it pretty quickly, wouldn't you?
Look, you make the best attempt. You can do better attempts, but you make the best attempt with what you knew at the time or what you were trying to do at the time. That's the way you got to look at it. I wasn't good enough, or I excelled in the moment, either or.
Rogers to get to 15 under.
Going toe for toe, these two. Talked about the speed around that hole, 17. Far from safe, that one.
And nicely placed on the left-hand side. Really kind of great angle here. He's got a 6-iron here, and you just kind of work this thing, ball below his feet just a little bit, which should kind of help the cause. Beautiful setup. Great sound through impact. Just not wandering out to the right at the heart of the green.
Six holes left for Van Rooyen to hold on to second. 61-yard difference between the two golf balls of Van Rooyen and Sheffler. How was the lie here?
It was sitting down just a little bit.
Oh, my goodness me. My goodness me. Sitting down, broadleaf rough, and he's hit it on the tight line where the flag is. That's another amazing shot. You look at his hands through impact. There's zero turnover. That club face is not trying to flash left.
I wonder if that's something that Randy Smith, his coach, did at an early age.
Well, when you see the game as a fade, that tends to be part of the package.
Stephen's second shot on 16, trying to move this left to right. Not bad. he sits inside that top 5.
He does, yes. He's currently 4th in the Aon Swing 5.
Will Gordon for his birdie. This will move from right to left on 18. That does nothing for him. So Stevens needs to par in.
Yes.
Way to play, Will. Way to play, baby.
Not have any. Doesn't look like anybody could really pass him.
Do you think the ones that shout out are family members, or how does that work?
No, it's not family members.
I think
Somebody wants to bring attention to themselves.
Spent a lot of time in the sun today, Rob.
Dehydration.
Yes.
And then rehydration.
Paul was saying earlier about the kind of game that Scottie plays, how suited, it's so suited for Augusta National, obviously. How suited is it, for Quail Hollow? How suited is it for Oakmont? How suited is it for Royal Portrush? Last year, he seemed frustrated all 4 days at Royal Troon and still finished in the top 10.
Yeah, well, he looks like he's placid, but there's a fire burning inside Scottie Scheffler, and we've seen of late, after his stellar performances last year, at times he's got ratties, thrown putters on practice putting greens and been a little bit annoyed with himself. But I think after he reviews this week's performance, there'll be little to be upset about. And he's probably going to say, yeah, I played nicely and yeah, hit the ball quite well and yeah, I won by 15.
Well, he did say the first 2 days that's the best he's played all year from tee to green and on the green. It was a bit ho-hum yesterday, but he still shot a score of some sort, and as we've seen today, the drivers missed a little bit, so there'll be stuff to work on. But hitting shots like that where he has no angle out of the rough, there's not too many players in the world that would attempt that shot.
I think his strong suit is that he always goes for his shots. He'll take on flags. You think, he'll play 30 feet left of the hole. No. Straight at it. But he backs himself all the time.
He certainly does it, but we're talking about Royal Portrush here. If it's hard and fast and it's windy, has he still got the game for that?
He's got the game for anywhere. He's the world's best player.
A long putt across the green. Actually stayed left of that little slope. I thought it was going to kind of catch the right edge of it and move a little bit closer to it. I can confirm that I went for everything in my day. It just didn't pan out for me, guys.
It was a great plan, though, Rich.
Listen, I stuck to my plan.
Listen, it got you a PGA Championship, so booey hooey to all the doubters.
When it works, it works.
Stevens here for his birdie. Back up the hill, right to left and slow. Oh, they're trying to ride him into the house to maybe one birdie coming in.
Get one more, secure your spot in the Truist Championship next week. Eric Van Rooyen did tap in to remain 21 under through 13 holes now. It is an interesting conversation about the style of game you need to play at the Open. Scottie and I actually last year had a conversation. Rob will be working for the Open radio broadcast team this year, and I worked for it last year. And Scottie said the elements can neutralize things a bit.
Maybe he means by that, though, if I get the good side of the draw, the bad side of the draw, as opposed to my ability to play on links conditions. I'm sure that's what he's on about, because he's never going to doubt himself in terms of ability. Why should he? Rory be watching this. He'll be very well aware of what he's doing this week, because he's creeping closer, to his world #1 position.
It's one of the things I love most about.
Oh, it's the best thing in the game now. We got
McIlroy is he cares so deeply about his place in history, and this will motivate him.
Yeah.
Not that he needs it, but
that's a good 4 on one of the tougher par 4s on the back 9 for Scottie Scheffler. It was nearly a 3.
just a moment ago, Nico Echevarria at the par 3 15th.
Tee shot did very well to cling on to the top part of that slope, and he has converted that for a 2.
Will Gordon signing autographs after a great week. He's tied for 5th currently in the CJ CUP Byron Nelson.
I remember playing Irish Opens at Royal Dublin, and you come off and meet the fans, lots of kids. Can I have your hat? No. Can I have your glove? No. Can I have some teas? No. Can I have a ball? No. It was unbelievable. Irish kids were so funny. That's not the best strike ever. It's done very well.
Yeah, playing alongside Kitayama.
You could hit a really good shot and finish there.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we've seen Spieth hit a beautiful one in there and come back to that spot. This group coming off a couple of bogeys. Castillo here on 14. Needs a strong finish. Only 300 yards to the front. He needs this to move a little bit left to right.
Love this.
Ah, beautiful shot.
Brilliant shot.
I love how they've set this hole up today. For people to take a lash at it. That water not really in play. We've only seen Sanjay Im in there. Only one ball in that water.
Kitayama's tied for 10th at the moment, 16 under. So a good finish, very important. One more birdie, jumps up to 5th.
Yeah, him and Vegas seem to be going head to head. They're both only 2 under par. Oh. Inches.
Made a great swing and didn't get any reward for it. Head to 17, Sam Stevens in that shake-up for inclusion next week, and that's left, not good. Hang on. Ooh, he's okay, I think. Quick as you like down there.
Ooh, it's going to have to be touchy with that one.
The race for second. Edgar Van Rooyen he'll know that there is 19 under par in the clubhouse, so he's got to be better than that. He's got a 2-shot buffer right now to finish ahead of Jordan Spieth. Sam Stevens has missed the green 17 left, but he's putting, but it's super quick, and he's a guy that has to finish well to make sure he plays next week.
We can't make a bogey coming in. Better to make a birdie and slip himself in front of Spieth.
Next week on tour, Truist Championship, the one we're talking about, Flowertown, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia Cricket Club. And then the One Flight Myrtle Beach Classic is running at the same time. It's a PGA Tour event.
Sheffler going with the driver, trying to move it hard left to right, and that's a shot that he can do. Not a bad result there. I think they're calling up on this green today.
That's brave, isn't it? You send it out over the lake, and,
Yes.
and you assume, you are totally sure that that thing's going to come back, flying 300 yards.
It's like Rich said yesterday. I mean, the middle of the lake.
Yeah.
And Ryan, this could possibly just be a 3-wood for him with his distance. They're going for the large cut driver.
Not with the left pin.
They're all landing it on here.
Yeah, you got to take that water out of play, and driver certainly does that. I think the impressive thing about Scottie is it looked to land pin high. from 327. So I think Eric kind of, saying he's going to take a little bit off this driver as far as he can hit it, but it's not much taking it off, that's for sure. I'm going right at the heart of the green.
Let's take a little bit of a seat. It'll be quick down there.
It's amazing they call up today, but yesterday when they were struggling for light, they never called them up.
Well, Rasmus Højgaard, it has been a struggle today. 5 over on his round.
And he'll need to dig deep coming down the stretch here. This for birdie, but a long range birdie attempt. We'll give him that. 17, 18. Can he get it to the house? It's hard when it's going backwards.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a tiptoe down the hill for Kitayama. Look at that. It almost got stuck on the club face.
It still goes past the hole.
He was terribly unlucky with his shot in there, that it just took one bound forward.
He's chipping this.
Made that look pretty easy. I think he was more level with the pin than above it, because if he's above it, it'd be...
A lot of people would have putted.
Yes.
And now Vegas.
These two sort of just playing side by side at the moment. A couple under par each.
Wow, what a performance in the final round. They're 8 up going into the day. Birdie at the second. Had an out of character bogey at the third, and then he said, okay, enough of that.
He just got the right club in the hand, and that was the result.
And then at the short 6th,
that was the shot that was required there, past the pin, spin it back. And no fanfare with that.
Well, that putter has worked from short distances and from medium distances. That's straight up the hill, right in the back of the can. Anyone thought they would get close to him, he's got the answer all the time.
he's missed some fairways here on the backside, but he's gained shots.
He hit some remarkable shots from some very heavy lies, and that's just special, that. And he wasn't finished. And he's not finished.
Eric Cole is on the tee at 17. 16 under. Just outside the top 5. He's currently tied for 10th.
Two-4 finish for Eric. Very nice. Very nice approach work. Big shot coming up for Rasmus Højgaard.
Yes, because he occupies that last spot in the Aon Swing 5. Ricky Castillo was in the Swing 5 to start the day, but it's been a rough round for Ricky.
Can he move back in there with a birdie, eagle finish?
No, sir.
Well, a good week for him. Yeah, a lot of learning curves when you're a rookie on the PGA Tour or any tour around the world.
Kitayama. Nice two-putt there, if you want to call it a two-putt.
Yeah, it's interesting. You know, the thing about that top 5 to get into the next signature event, at least if you're in the conversation, you're producing some good results. So as a youngster, it can only be a good thing, even if you just miss.
Yes, Paul, if Castillo birdies out, then he would have a chance. But anything short of that wouldn't do it.
Shank here a little bit jittier over this. Had a few looks of it. Pick the ball up, put it back down. Here we go again. Get the line right. See if I can take up my whole 50 seconds for this putt. And maybe a bit more.
Tell you what, he likes a logo.
Billboard, we call him. It's a little quick down here. Nice. That's par for that hole today. It's just a long par 3, the 14th. They say 4 on the card, but it really is a par 3.
All right, Sam. Hold on to his position.
Just needs a fairway finder here. Oh, kick back for him, something. He may have to lay that up.
Birdie at the last could be third alone for Sam. And now Cole, after a beautiful tee shot here at 17.
Well, if this is the first birdie putt we're watching, it means that Rasmus has hit a good one in. And this is just from the right-hand side, outside the hole, quick as you like for Eric. Beautiful.
Yes. Unfortunately for Rasmus, his putt is for par.
So he'll need to make it and perhaps birdie the last. We'll get back to that.
I'd say distance-wise, it'd be Van Rooyen first away here.
Chipping or putting here for Van Rooyen, Rich?
Ah, boy, it's 50-50. I think the way the caddy's looking, it's probably a putt line. He's got the putter out. Still waiting for the group on 15 to go ahead and hit their tee shots. Yeah, but Eric's going to take the putter out. He's got to take it through a decent amount of fringe space.
This is what Rich was talking about. Castillo here.
And it's so hard to get the ball on the level where the pin is today. .220 yards. That's an excellent pass at it. Stay there. Excellent. Really good. Rare, in fact.
Yeah, we haven't seen many stay there. Right to left off here. We'll go back left to right. Right to left to right. Can he do it? Yes, sir. Holding on to that second spot. That had a bit of speed on it as it's running down there.
I think that's just secured second spot.
Come at the right time. He's played some great golf today. He hasn't shied away from shooting a score at all. This one about here, he's thinking, can it be? Comes back the other way, falls into that right-hand corner. Fantastic.
Good up and down from 320 odd yards.
On par 3. Good 2.
And now Scottie.
Can he match it? Maybe a 7 out of 10 that. Wasn't difficult.
So Eric Van Rooyen is 8 under par for his final round, playing in the final 2 ball, and maybe hasn't made a dent.
If this goes in, he has not made a dent.
Yes.
And we're only through.
That's unbelievable.
We're only through 14 holes.
Yep.
Well, until Scottie hits this one. No matter how far ahead he is, he's given every attention to every shot. Down to a 2-footer to a foot. No stone left unturned for the world number 1. Par for the course.
8 under through 14. Rasmus Højgaard holding on to the last spot in next week's signature tournament on the PGA Tour. Needs to make this.
Couldn't wish for a worse 5-footer down the hill, and he's holed it. Big one.
Do you think he knows?
I don't think you can possibly know the maths when you're out there.
No.
But he knows he's got to keep going. Look at that.
Rough day, but he's holding off his brother Nikolai for that last spot right now. It's the CJ CUP Byron Nelson.
So they both played together last week. Tie for second, and it's between those two, it seems, who would get the 5th spot next week.
All right, Eric Van Rooyen highlights here at the second ball.
Got up and down on the first, and this one, pin all the way back. One of the prettiest shots he hit all day. This was just a wedge into this hole, and he make that for birdie.
So, after a bold tee shot at the third, dogleg right to left, using a bit of backspin with a sandwich to get it to 4 feet, and that will go in for a birdie. 2 and 2.
For eagle at 5.
Hit the most beautiful towering 4-iron into here. Didn't quite give it a rattle at the cup, but it was a birdie 4. Trying to hang with the world number 1.
And the world number 1 stood there and watched this from about 80 yards. He'd spin this back all the way to the hole. That was the perfect shot.
He didn't gain any shots on Scottie Scheffler at the 9th, but he sure hit a spectacular shot in here.
Towering, drawing 4-iron, left edge of the green, and then a little bit of ground help. Brought it down to the whole side. He had to watch Sheffler rattle his eagle putt in before he got to hole his, but he did.
He has distanced himself from the rest of the pack. He's 4 clear of 3rd place, but he's gained no ground on Scottie Scheffler. Just outside of Dallas in Scottie Scheffler country. And it has been his show from start until almost finished. Just 4 holes remaining before he secures his first win of 2025.
'15th, Castillo, and he turns that into a 2. He deserved it. It was a wonderful iron shot. 3-2 at the right time at 14 and 15. Getting amongst the big prizes.
Stevens had to lay up a little wedge off an upslope. You have to control the spin here, throw it behind the pin. Pin's a long way back. And come on. There we go. A bit of action on that. And that, to make that, would move him into outright 3rd.
There's wind. Where is it?
It's going to be Eric Van Rooyen's honour, courtesy of the eagle 2 he made at 14.
That probably went a bit further.
Yeah, even this ends up just below the slope. Like it's like a 203 normal right now. It's going 207. Coming down where?
Just right of it.
Okay, love it, dude. Clear and committed.
.220, and they're asking about the breeze, and there really isn't any. It's just dead calm out here. He's got a 6-iron. Last place you really want to miss this is long. I just think this is a nice stock 6-iron for the big man. It just swings at it so beautifully. And just up on top of that shelf back there. Hard to get it all the way back up there close, but hit under par, anything's possible.
Oh, it's a good looking swing. It stays there. It's handy. It is handy.
I almost get the feeling that, you know, Scottie likes these shots probably the most out of any shots in his bag. I mean, long irons. He's got another 6-iron here. He just likes these because he can work the ball maybe just a little bit more. I don't know, but he seems to love his mid irons probably more than anybody in the game.
Hey, bring her home now.
Oh, right at it. Oh, right at it. That's unbelievable. Again, he did this yesterday. Had no right to go for the pin, and he just does it all the time. Takes on the flags, doesn't back off, even when they're really in difficult spots. He still goes straight at it. That is spectacular.
It's a beauty to watch, and see the shapes that he can hit into some holes that no one else has gone anywhere near all day.
Hey, bring her home now.
This is so precise.
I hope he's excited when he gives his winner's interview when he comes in and says how much he enjoyed himself this week and how well he played. I hope I hear that.
Sheffler up 8, maybe about to be up 9. Spieth and Stevens are tied at 19 under. Stevens has a birdie putt at the last for third outright and totally secure his spot in the Truist Championship next week in Philadelphia. At 17, Nico Echeverria and Antoine Rosner playing. It'll be Echeverria first. Just another roll. Stay on 14 under par as he plays the last. That's currently tied for 25th.
If you're out on the golf course and you're 16 under, you make one birdie, you go from 13th to 5th.
Putnam to get to 15 under.
I tell you what, this week it's looked like he's holed 1,000 miles of putts. Watch out for him in the next few weeks if he keeps that up and puts a bit of ball striking to it.
Antoine Rosner from 5 feet. It's a birdie putt. Straight as you like. Nice 2. Par 5 to finish.
I reckon this is sneaky for the Ryder Cup. He's a really good player.
There's a lot of really good players. That's the trouble when you're in that group, that maybe group.
Kurt Kitayama's ball on the way. Yes. That's birdie for Kitayama.
There's that logjam there, Taylor, at 17 under. If anyone could get to 18, they'll be up their own. There's Stevens here for his birdie. Deserves one. There you go. What a great comeback. He's going to the signature event next week.
Buy you a plane ticket from Dallas to Philadelphia.
Very nice. Well done.
He'll have to pay the change fee because he was going to Myrtle Beach.
Look above the 15th green where Scottie Scheffler has put truly a historic performance together this week. Eric Van Rooyen, you would say, Rich, probably 90% of the time this performance would have been good enough to win.
you know, it's phenomenal because he's played so good today. And if Scottie Scheffler would have gone out and shot even par right now, they'd have been all locked up. But it's just not the way it happens. I mean, both these players are just, they're so spot on right now. It's so fun to watch.
It's very rare that two people are 8 under par in the final group. Very rare.
On a Sunday.
Yeah. Last group, Sunday, and they're both 8 under, and they haven't finished yet. In fact, for Sheffler, Van Rooyen must be annoying him, because if Van Rooyen had shot a couple under, he has really thumped the entire field. Well, I hope he knocks this in, because the quality of the iron shot again was as good as it gets.
He knocks this in. There's still an outside chance at 36 under.
Oh, yes.
Oh, what a catch.
Oh, yes. That mistake at 3 looks like a complete anomaly now.
Jordan Spieth has the round of the day, 9 under 62. Scottie Scheffler now 9 under through 15.
Going for the best round of the day for the 3rd time in the week.
Did it on Thursday with 61. Did it on Friday with 63. And a real chance to do it again on Sunday with 62, 61, or 60. If he birdies the final 3 holes, or plays the last 3 holes and 3 under par, he also breaks 60 today. Eric Cole at the last.
Trying to get out of the log jam at 17 under. This one just with a little sand on. Oh, spin back. Could it go in? Needs to slow down. Stop. Stop. Oh, it just hangs on.
That other ball up there is Rasmus Højgaard's ball. That's for birdie.
For birdie, not eagle.
Correct. And Højgaard just maintains his position. He very well will knock out brother Nikolai for that last spot. That's barring Ricky Castillo birdieing in.
So what you're saying is we're guaranteed a Højgaard next week.
It's looking really strong for one of them.
So mum and dad will be happy. Another drive, only 7 birdies on the 16th today. Somewhere up the left side. Fairway will push it from left to right.
Huh? There's a, I see a white thing.
Yeah, there you go. White thing just left it. Basically another 10 feet left.
Yeah.
It's the last couple of drives to the right. See what he does here with his hands. Square this back up.
There's plenty of white chalets to aim at, so he's got a specific one in mind. You know, funny enough, we talk about trying to hit the, making sure you hit the fairway. It doesn't matter right now for him. I mean, he can make birdie from anywhere.
Well, it looks like he's flushed that to me.
Couldn't place it any better up that left side. He's in a fantastic look at this pin. As tight as you can be up the left.
Yep. Left edge is at the top right. And then
Yeah, that's just position A right there. Seemed like he floated that one just a little bit, so might have a little bit further in than he would like to have. If he's even thinking about that. A little bit of breeze picking up last couple of minutes, to be fair, was an absolutely zero zilch nada on 15 tee box. So this hole's going to play a little bit tougher back in this breeze.
This one headed slightly right, catch the right side. Now a little bit of run out there. Anywhere on the fairway is good.
Eric Cole for birdie at the last.
This should be a little bit slow, right to left. That one will give its full attention from Eric Cole.
Sheffler with a historical performance at the CJ Cup Byron Nelson. Sam Stevens securing third. Rasmus Højgaard for birdie at the last, most likely to get himself into the Truist Championship in Philadelphia next week.
Just one, yes. When you're not having a good day, 75, and that's not a good day at all, and he gets in and hears that he will be playing at the signature event next week. That will be good.
Some of the great shots from earlier on the day. Siwoo Kim, 5-wood, 9th, par 5. This isn't finished yet.
Kim ended up tied for 14th, playing in the 11th. Played with Jordan Spieth all 4 days.
He didn't quite match the fireworks of Spieth, but he played some lovely stuff on his own. That was his best approach work.
Sungjae Im at 9.
The gift that keeps on giving, the gift par 5.
Thought something special might happen after this hole for Sungjae as he made eagle, but made some bogeys on the back 9, and Sungjae ended up at 12 under.
Siwoo going first, Jordan just ahead of him. Tight right pin. Right about there. What a glorious shot.
That was one of the shots of the day right there. Pin doesn't even look like it's on that green. 18 off the upslope. Perfection.
Sheffler in the fairway at 16 with Van Rooyen. And the fight has now for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, as Van Rooyen has built himself a cushion with 3 holes remaining.
They might be combined 20 under par in the final round. They could be. They're 17 right now. Got 3 holes to play. Last hole, par 5. That's unbelievable.
Has it ever been done in the final group?
I would think that's an absolute no-no.
Our host broadcaster, CBS, Amanda Balionis, has Sam Stevens.
Steven, I said at the beginning of the week, you probably would have taken 20 under par and would not have thought you'd be 12 back. But overall, you have to be really thrilled with your play today.
Yeah, absolutely. I played really well all week. Normally 20 under par puts you in a little bit better spot, but 3rd place isn't too bad. And yeah, obviously Scottie's playing some great golf, and nothing I can do about that except watch and admire.
Well, your great golf got you into next week's Truist Championship through the Aon Swing 5. So let's take a look at some of those highlights that got you there, starting with your birdie on 7.
Yeah, I got off to a nice start and kind of a tough par 3, so to make that one was nice. Then what's this, 9?
This is, your 3rd on 9.
Yeah, I hit it left on 9 and kind of got a lucky break, got a drop from a fire ant bed and able to lay it up in the fairway and knock it close, kind of keep me going.
You told me on the back nine is when you started to do the math to see if you were going to qualify into next week. What does that math look like in your head while you're trying to play?
Yeah, you know, I figured when I got to 6 under early, and then I guess this is on 18. Yeah, I was hoping that it'd be enough. You know, there's so many guys making birdies all day.
Yeah.
You kind of just have to keep the gas pedal down. I was thankful to see that that putt moved me into solo third, and I knew when I made that I'd be in for sure the next week.
Changes the trajectory of your season. You're now in next week, and you know that you've now locked up a spot in the PGA Championship. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Andrew?
All right, we go out to 16 here. Scheffler's approach shot here.
Just from the perfect position here to move it left to right, because this pin is stuck on the right-hand side. Not more I can say. That's just beautiful. He just wants to hit the shot. He goes ahead and hits the shot that's required every time. He won't be overly happy with that, but there's been a lot of shots hit in this hole that haven't even gone close to it.
I think you'll be happy with the execution.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nothing more he could have done. It was a great shot.
And Royan here, 205. Pin on 16 and 8 from the right. So tucked in over those bunkers on the right-hand side. He'll aim this at the 16 on the tower and try to move it and run it up the green.
Another pull.
This one going left. Hasn't hit too many bad shots all day.
I've tried to hit
I think
that
that's
shot.
terrible.
Well, you see the leaderboard there, the mini leaderboard on the bottom right portion of your screen. We're going to show you the Aon Swing 5 standings here in just a moment. But first, Kurt Kitayama. Some of his highlights today.
This on the second for a birdie. Got the speed right.
This at the par 5 fifth with the pin 4 on 4 from the left. Takes care of that. Kitayama going nicely.
And at the 10th.
Yeah, got it just past pin high. And this for his birdie here. Not a lot of birdies on this hole today, but no problem for him.
At 14, his tee shot ended up there. It's a lot to navigate.
A lot of green to work with. And this is going to just trundle down. Good result.
And then at 16.
16, always hard to get it up near the pin high. And you hold a few of these putts today, sneaking it in the right edge.
Kurt is currently tied for 11th as he plays the par 5 18th.
Just bogeyed 17, the little short par 3.
Yeah, so did Ricky Castillo. Well, he just made bogey on 16, I should say. So it looks like that Aon Swing 5 is secure now for next week.
Van Rooyen with 52 feet here, Rich.
Yeah, just a little bit of pull with that second shot. Seems to be moving from left to right just a little bit. I mean, there's a couple of humps and hollows in there, and if he gets it wrong, it could take it away quite a bit. But he's every facet of his game today has been really good, so I think he's got a pretty good idea of what this thing is going to be doing. Tough to get it stone dead, however. If you can get it inside of 4 feet, that'd be a job well done. I think the pace more than anything else is going to be the tough thing to kind of get spot on.
finding the breaking point somewhere in the left or righter. As it starts to slow down, it'll just head further right. Under the hole would be good. Well, he's definitely got it under the hole. Not too bad. Still a little bit of work to do there for the South African.
Well, we mentioned Castillo bogeying 16.
That was not the plan. Layup from 12 feet.
And that will completely wrap up the swing 5. So Rasmus Højgaard gets that last spot over Nikolai Højgaard and is into the Truist Championship.
Good news for one, not so good for the other.
They could play under false pretense and I wouldn't know.
Wouldn't know. I want to see this go in.
Well,
not bad.
It'll take a birdie and an eagle for 59.
It's not like he's holed 20 and 30 footers all day to be 9 under par.
Well, if he can birdie 17, it keeps the dream alive, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And has anybody ever led a tournament and broken 60 in the final round? That's, I'm going to say no.
Mm-hmm.
Another first. Leading and shoot 59? Nobody.
Right. Now, of course, David Duval shot 59 in the desert of California, what is now the American Express, but he came from behind to do that.
You would know this for sure. How many have shot 59 on the PGA Tour?
15 sub-60s.
Right. This is par 71.
Right, Eric.
He's putted these nicely all day. Stayed still over it. Head still, body still.
He's played one of the best rounds he's ever played in the PGA Tour. That's what he's doing in the final group.
Well, this would be great for his confidence, let alone his FedEx Cup points. He's all day. He'll sit at dinner tonight and go back through his round and go, wow, I played good today. But I did not make a dent on the leader.
A par finish sets the record for fewest amount of strokes in PGA Tour history in a 72-hole tournament.
Because of the par.
Correct. Yeah. The par in Maui is 73, where Matsuyama shot 35 under earlier this year.
Well, we need a gap wedge to 2 feet, tap in at 17, and then let's watch and admire the attempt for an eagle and a 59 just to blow everybody out the water at 18.
Over in your neck of the woods, I love when the champion golfer of the year is saluted and they give you the total amount of strokes. It's going to be 252 or 251 or 250.
Stephen Bowditch was 259. He's not at the races. What an atmosphere for a guy from Dallas who's playing this week to be performing like he is, to walk into late on a Sunday.
Back in the first round on Thursday.
This was a glorious shot with the 9-iron. You'll want to reprise that in about a minute and 40 seconds. And that flag is doing nothing up there. Nothing.
I like that trick.
Well, I'll say it one more time. If he makes it, he gets a $40,000 Korean food party wherever he wants, courtesy of title sponsor CJ Cup.
The answer is players have been trying to pick the wind. There's been a little bit of help up here and they've all gone a little bit long. That's not an easy up and down from there. Looks it, but it isn't.
He was trying to get that really close, wasn't he? He was trying to get that spotted. There was no playing safe.
Doesn't matter, Rich, if he's got a wedge or a 4-iron in his hand. It's the same thing every time.
Yep, exactly. Scottie hit pitching wedge. I almost want to say that Eric's got gap wedge. No, that looks like a pitching wedge. But then, I mean, you can't feel any breath of wind. There's no flags indicating what the wind is doing up there, so call it nothing. Hit at that 135. Oh, this is not good either.
Oh. He won't be putting that. That's a wild one. From a man who's struck the ball so well today, Eric Van Ryn.
Great week for Eric Cole, tied for 5th, 17 under.
Yeah, I like this young man's game. It's nice and neat. There'll be certain golf courses on PGA Tour schedule that will suit him. Maybe not the super long ones. But definitely some of the ones that you have to maneuver your ball around the golf course, shorter golf course.
Look how strong his arms are. Because he must, I don't know what he weighs, 9.5 stone. Weighs nothing. And he can send it out there.
That's a good golf swing too. Well, Scotty, a little bit of work to do here on 17. That's not an easy chip at all. Coming back into the little fluffy lie there.
No, he can easily get this one away from you. Trying to make sure of the strike, and then it just goes into that hill a little bit too earnestly. And it can fly by 6-7 feet easily. But it is Scottie Scheffler.
He hasn't had to chip a lot this week. Number 1 in greens hit in regulation. One of the chips he hit today on the 3rd probably wasn't one of his best of all time. Undecided between 2 wedges here.
Yeah, Scotty's ball sit down like it's in a little bit of a nest. I mean, it's, you got to commit and try and execute. But this one's really tough here from Eric. He's gonna have to take his lob wedge and have a little bit of pace underneath it, landing in that fringe, and just hope it gets any kind of grab.
He had a similar shot on 18 yesterday and tried to be overly delicate and dunked it short. This is delicate.
Is it going to be an explosion shot? It doesn't look like it. It looks like a little more straight face club. Trying to bump it into that slope.
Is he going to go up against that collar?
I knew it wasn't easy because it's a horrible shot. Got to hit it hard enough to get going out the rough, but you don't want it flying over the top of the hill where the hole is.
And now that for bogey.
You know, he birdied 2 of the toughest par 3s today, 4 and 15. This is just a little wedge. Crazy game, isn't it?
A crazy game, but it shows, you know, a pin tucked there with a lot of drama around the hole. But a wedge can be as hard as hitting a 5-iron at times.
I can see Taylor furiously scrubbing out things with his pen, things that he can't achieve now.
Make that birdie the last, and it still is a record-setting performance in terms of fewest amount of strokes in PGA Tour history.
Amazing hole this length has brought the 2 best players on the golf course undone.
Little from the right for Eric. That's
Nice
a very
save.
good par. So a scramble from high up on the left-hand side of the green. Keeps that beautifully clean card. And a performance he can be mighty proud of. He's won the other tournament.
The one majority of the players, the other 69 players playing today, knew that they were playing for.
Yep.
He always limits the damage, doesn't he?
Very rarely, yes, after making a mistake on a hole, very rarely makes another one. So 2 bogeys. Scheffler still 8 under par for his final round.
Well, the second up and down was good, really good.
Very good.
You know, he could have hit that a little bit hard and gone 5-6 feet past. He kept it under the hole. Uh, 2025 on the PGA Tour is going to be good. Already has been so far. McIlroy and now Sheffler getting his groove on.
The lead dwindles to 8.
As he started.
Right.
17 holes played, 8-shot lead going into the final round. Remains 8 shots with 1 hole to play.
And fairly wide open up there. Just keep it between the bunkers on the short stuff for both these players. Just a small little breeze now coming back in the player's face. A lot less than it was just a couple of holes ago on 16.
Beautiful. That's as good as you can hit a drive down there.
Yeah, well balanced. A bit right to left. Have a great view at this pin.
Well, the walking score carries the scores. It looks more like football scores instead of golf scores. The Standard Bearer. I think it's quite comical, to be fair. It's only 31-23. Score 8 points here, and we could have a playoff.
Good one for Sheffler here on 18. He wants to finish in a bit of style, and well done.
Scottie Scheffler moments away from winning for the first time in 2025. You know, when you win 7 PGA Tour events, you win the gold medal, you have such a transcendent year like Sheffler did in 2024, the bar is going to be so high after that, not just by you, but by the public as well. So even though he was 4th in the FedEx Cup season-long standings coming in this week, he hadn't won yet. So of course people are saying, what's the difference here? This is the guy we saw last year.
It's exactly the guy we seen last year. Getting the ball into play, holding putts, doing it with ease, shooting numbers. And he just got off to a slow start to the season. Maybe that injury had something to do with it. But that is the Scottie Scheffler we know.
He's just been superb this week. And to be fair, when he finished on Friday, we were saying, well, that's the tournament over. You know, a bit of a glib thing to say, but it was so true. Because he's cold. We've talked about it. He's just a natural-born destroyer of players' careers. That's what he is.
At 28 years of age, I think that's born into you. Don't think it's something taught through a sports psychologist.
I think there's
or something there.
Apocryphal stuff of him as a child winning everything, tiddlywinks and skittles, and anything that you can play as a child, he had to win. I think you'll find that exists.
That's spot on, Rob. He is uber competitive with everyone else and himself. Scottie Scheffler's season summary this year. That's a great year by anyone else's standard. But when you're the best player in the world, you look to win. And you do hear this throughout the golfing world. Why doesn't he smile more? Why doesn't he acknowledge the crowd more? He feels that he has to keep that intensity level in order to play his best. He has to keep this intensity, and if he misses a shot, he has to hold him accountable for it. If he hits the proper shot, well, that's what he was supposed to do.
You've got to be who you are. You can't be someone else to please someone else. You've got to be who you are, and that's what Scottie Scheffler is.
Castillo up on the green.
Yeah, hopefully that's for birdie. With the fist pump, I would imagine it is. Good luck to the young man. It'll be fun watching his career. That's a birdie.
Yeah, tied for 5th for Castillo at 17 under. That's 69, and now this is Shank for par.
What he would have given for a birdie to get out of the 17 unders to get to 18 by himself. Good week.
Yeah, good week. The man who had an albatross last week, playing on his own, 5th.
And now the last 2 on the course.
He's helpful right now. Happy?
I am. On hole 5, we had down off the right, I think pitched 255. I don't feel like it's much wind, but this still covers. Okay. Where are you hitting this? Love it, dude.
We do know he's just going to go straight at it. 258, Rich.
The same club he used back at the 5th hole, that par 5 that they were just talking about, he and his caddy. And yeah, I mean, that's the exact club that he should be hitting. Again, very light breezes right about now, and I'm sure there's all kinds of adrenaline running through his system. Hanging out to the right, unfortunately.
Yeah, long way right. Yesterday he got aggressive with it and missed it left. He draws a lie there. Plenty of room to chip to.
Doesn't matter for him. He's second. Second's locked up. He can't win. Great week.
And great week. Full of confidence going into the rest of the year.
It's the top of the 5 o'clock hour here just outside of Dallas, Texas.
You're feeling it. There it is. Yeah, good now.
How about this?
Fishing on it.
Going between 3 and 4 iron. I mean, he could have taken 3 iron, hit it over the green, and not worried about it, and it's game over anyways. But he's trying to finish on a number. He's trying to make birdie here at the last, because that's what you're supposed to do, no matter what position you're in. It's the 4 iron from 251 yards.
This one headed right also, trying to catch the right edge of the green. Looks like a popular spot.
We'll have to get up and down to set the all-time PGA Tour record for least amount of strokes.
Not thinking that's in his mind at the moment, is it? But at the end of your career it is. There's a few records that might sit on the mantelpiece that is relevant to you. There's ball finishing in the bunker, and that's not a tough bunker shot when you're Scottie Scheffler.
I hope the fans are aware of this performance and how dominant it's been. Because you can turn up to an event, oh, Scottie Scheffler's won, that's great, and not really realise how superb he's been. Like world-beating today and the previous 3 days.
I remember years ago I read an article with Steve Elkington, and he said if I could win a golf tournament by 10, that means I dominated everybody else in the field. And that's what this man has done. He has dominated. It's not easy to do it in front of your home fans and family and friends. There's people that want your time, and you've still got to concentrate on a golf tournament.
I'd like to ask him how much he loves golf. I know how much he loves winning, but I'd like to ask him how much does he love golf.
I think he loves everything about what he's done this week and where he's done it. In front of all these people that he knows in this community. His family is so integral to this community. This is last night. This is after 9 o'clock local time last night, Scottie stuck around and signed every autograph.
Yeah, I think it's your duty to do that as a player. I don't think that's remarkable. I think it's to be expected. World #1, talisman for the PGA Tour. It's the stuff you should be doing. One more birdie.
Here come all the tournament organizers up to watch.
How about an eagle? A hole out. Ball's lying well. He's got lots of green. It's Scottie Scheffler. Ball's on a bit of an upslope. He can land this 5 feet from the pin. A little bit of spin. Needs it to be a little bit right. Certainly did that. He flew it all the way there. Knew exactly what he was doing.
Here's Meredith and Bennett. And Randy Smith, Scottie's longtime coach.
I told you he was swinging well, Scottie. Easiest job in the world he's got.
Well, we seen him on the range this morning that he was holding his club up against Scottie and having a look to see if everything was perfect. I guess it was. That ball lying nicely for Van Rooyen here. Not much in it. He's got to land it on, slide the club underneath, wait forward. Bank helps him because it's into him. Pop the ball higher in the air. Just to slow down a little bit. Oh, fantastic. What a performance. That to shoot 24 under and not win the golf club tournament. Well, not even close.
You know, I didn't give Erik Van Rooyen, a finer player as he is when he teed off today 8 back, a chance to beat Scottie Scheffler. I didn't give him a chance that he could overtake Sheffler. He's gone out and shot -8 or -9 if he makes that putt, and probably doesn't put a dent in what was that 8-shot lead.
Yeah, which is quite incredible, because if he shoots in that final group 2 or 3 under, you probably say, yeah, that's probably it. But to do what he's been doing with a lot of quality golf shots too.
Huge week, though, for a guy that was 130th in the FedEx Cup standings coming in Van Rooyen, who will end up finishing second. 2-time PGA Tour winner now at the age of 35. South African has played his way into next week, too.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing, too, getting out of the way here.
Yeah, the stage is for the champion. This is for birdie. He'd like to hold this.
That's a 63 in the final round and a second place finish in the CJ CUP Byron Nelson. And now a chance at history. Scottie Scheffler makes this. It's the fewest amount of strokes ever in a 72-hole event on the PGA Tour. It would be 252. It's all about a routine, and leaving your home with your wife and child and getting just to drive over to the golf course has yielded the best performance of his career. For the record. Well, he'll match it instead. Scottie Scheffler with a record-setting performance to win the CJ CUP Byron Nelson. Some hometown history.
Pure style, the world number one, makes it harder and harder for McIlroy to be the world number one when you've got someone playing to the quality of that.
There is a parallel that's really neat. The last time someone had an 8-shot lead going into the final round on the PGA Tour, it was McIlroy 14 years ago at the 2011 US Open, and he won by 8. Scheffler rather, does the same thing today and now jumps up to number 2 in the season-long standings.
See you at the PGA.
Game on.
That is game on. McIlroy and Scheffler peaking at the right time.
Those TV ratings will go through the roof because that is a tussle between those two. Sunday, 9 holes to go at the PGA Championships.
A quiet year for Scottie Scheffler, and he's rumbled up into second spot behind Rory McIlroy. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is. It truly is. Is that you can now, he could go on to a better year than he had last year. Who knows?
Justin Thomas at the 2017 Sony Open, Ludwig Oberg at the 2023 RSM Classic in Sea Island, and now Scottie Scheffler today with 253 total strokes. Well, those 3 performances tied for the fewest amount of strokes in PGA Tour history.
Yeah, he would have had a number in his head at the beginning of the day, what he wanted to shoot. And I think he'd be pretty pleased with that result. He's a dominant player from day one all the way through. It's not easy when you've got the lead the whole way through to hang on to that.
I think what set it up for him was 8 pars in a row, day 2, nothing happening. Eagles the closing par 5 on his front 9, and then goes on to shoot 63, and then it was good night Vienna to everybody.
That just shows his patience through that first 8 holes.
You think of the first few years of him as a professional after he left the University of Texas, came back home here to Dallas. He played on the Korn Ferry Tour for a while and won there. Came out to the PGA Tour and became a terrific player, a Ryder Cup player, but did not win for a couple of years. In the last 3 years, now he has 14 wins on the PGA Tour.
What can we put that down to? Is it work ethic? Is it Randy Smith? Is it a new caddy in Ted Scott?
You put it down to this. He keeps improving. That's hard to do.
But what keeps improving? Just little increments?
His routine,
everything,
is so consistent. And he's standing by with Rich
Scottie,
Beam.
Congratulations. What a week. When you finally get a chance to kind of reflect on what you did this week, what do you think could possibly stand out by this performance? It was just otherworldly, it seemed like.
Yeah, I mean, I played some good golf. I kept myself in position most of the week, and Eric, he
you can have it. You have it anytime you want it.
He played a really good round today. He put a lot of pressure on me on the front 9, and I was, did a good job of responding and kept him at bay. And I played some nice golf this week.
You played in this tournament first as a teenager, and so you've always had an affinity for this tournament. What does it mean to win this in front of the hometown friends, fans, all of them?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty special. It's hard to put into words, but I got my first chance to play in a professional event here in 2014, and I'm very thankful for that. I learned a lot that week, and I was very inspired to come out here and try to make a living doing this game, and I'm very fortunate to be in this position.
Well, your golf inspired a lot of us this week. Congratulations, Scottie. Thanks for your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Another box checked in his career, getting to win at home. That'll mean something to him forever.
Do you know his reaction, though, was very matter of fact. I've ticked another box. This week's over. I'll see you at the PGA. That's what it was to me.
Yeah, exceptional week, and I guess he come into this week probably expecting to win like he does every week, and He showed us all why he's world number one.
It was an absolute privilege to work with you this week, Paul, and with you, Rob. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Taylor. Great fun.
Scottie Scheffler, your champion. Thanks to Paul Gow, to Rob Lee, to Rich Beam, to our terrific crew led by Mark Davis, Will Rich, Bradley Peacock, Cassidy Duncan, Ariana Savage, Blake Bickerstaff, and everyone else in the truck and on the golf course. What a privilege it was to watch Scottie Scheffler make history this year at the CJ CUP Byron Nelson at TPC Craig Ranch. I'm Taylor Zarzer. So long.